Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for your patience in a minor delay in our departure. We have to remove a car from our train. We'll be departing here shortly.
And rest assured, everyone here is in for something special today. As our welcome guests, all you need to do is sit back, enjoy the view, and make a few memories with us along the way. Thank you for joining us today, and welcome aboard the Strasburg Railroad. Transport lumber, grain, steel, and biofuels to regional businesses. But there was a time when you didn't hear our steam whistle at all. By 1957, our rails and equipment were in pretty bad shape. And with no one to manage operations, it looked like our story was about to end. Our rescue would come a year later when 24 dedicated railroad buffs decided to put down their own money, time, and labor to save this short line from abandonment. Every nickel of profit was put back into the railroad. Steam railroading has become a specialty here at Strasburg. Our mechanical shop, located to your running right, is nationally recognized for their expertise in steam locomotive repair and restoration. And we're proud to say that has benefited heritage railroads and museums all over the country. Most proud to have that used right here. Shared by more than 8 generations of travelers. This is one of the oldest railroad rights-of-way in the entire world, and it's located right here in the heart of Lancaster County. It all began in 1832 when the Pennsylvania legislature chartered the Strasburg Railroad, allowing the construction of this 4.5 miles of track that we call a short line. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is what allowed this piece of Pennsylvania Dutch country to connect with the mighty Philadelphia and Columbia Railroad. That locomotive up front will burn up to a half-ton of coal in this round trip, all hand shoveled by our firemen into a 2,000-degree firebox. It's exactly that kind of hard work and backbone that's helped this railroad survive more than a few hard turns. We've weathered many storms in our time, but we've come a long way, and we're happy to share our legacy
August of 1852. We still follow that same basic schedule today, so I can tell you that we're traveling at a critical speed that's under 60 miles per hour. Way under 60 miles per hour. It's a process known as hustling. Our staff will also provide a full inspection of the locomotive, lubricate a multitude of moving parts, and ensure the tender is filled with enough coal and water for the day's journey.
Just turn them off. She's easy. She's easy to fire.
Here's 475.
Do you believe in ghosts? I can tell you that I sure do. You see, many years ago, in the valley to your running right, there used to be a narrow gauge railroad, the Lancaster, Oxford, and Southern. We used to call her Little, Old, and Slow. The railroad was abandoned in 1918, and the scrappers took up the rail so quickly that they stranded old number 6 out on the line with no way to get back. Sometimes when we blow our whistle for Carpenter's Crossing, the ghost of old number 6 will answer us back. Now, listen closely. Maybe she'll answer us today. Did someone say echo? Why, we pay that ghost $27.50 a day just to do that for us. That makes her the highest paid employee on our railroad. Nobody ever seen that ghost, but somebody keeps cashing those paychecks.
Well, ghostly visitors aside, at the top of the hill to your running left is Carpenter's Graveyard, one of Lancaster County's oldest cemeteries. Behind those gates is where one of our first settlers was laid to rest, an 18th century French Huguenot named Marie Ferry. After fleeing their native France to avoid religious persecution, Marie and a small group of followers were given an audience with Queen Anne, thanks to an English philosopher, Quaker, and lifetime advocate of religious freedom, William Penn. They were granted 2.5 square miles of land and arrived here in 1712, and the name they gave their new home was Paradise.
Friends, right now we're approaching Strasburg's one and only bridge, the Pumpkinville Turnpike Bridge. If you don't mind, we'll ask you to lift up your feet and take some much-needed weight off these cars as we cross. This bridge replaced an older one to accommodate the railroad's growing stream of incoming freight traffic. The real reason the bridge was replaced was due to the Amish farmers' complaints about its 6 mules wide and high enough that the mules no longer need to wear safety helmets.
We are now approaching Leaman Place. It's where the short line to Strasburg meets the main line of Amtrak. Back in its heyday, this was the mighty Pennsylvania Railroad. We established the connection here with the completion of our own railroad in 1851. Our track will begin to curve sharply to the left as we come alongside Amtrak's Keystone Corridor from Philadelphia to Pittsburgh. the original route of the Philadelphia and Columbia Railroad, which became part of the Pennsylvania Railroad in 1857. Where the white buildings stand today, once stood Henry Lemon's Hotel.
Amtrak!
Believe it or not, in the earliest days of railroading, railroad cars and carriages were pulled by horses. Henry Lemon would supply fresh horses for the trains and refreshments.
Hope you guys saw that. I couldn't really see it.
The interchange track on the running right is used to deliver freight cars off the main line into our East Strasburg yard, where shipments are offloaded to trucks for local delivery. The most famous delivery to come through Lemon Place arrived on February 22nd, 1861, when President-elect Abraham Lincoln made a short stop in Lancaster County on the way to his Washington inauguration. Thousands gathered around these tracks just to see a glimpse of Mr. Lincoln, who stepped out, faced the crowd, and said,
I've come to see you and let you see me. I believe I have the better of the bargain.
The crowd was equally enthusiastic to see Mary Todd Lincoln. When she stepped out and stood beside her much taller husband, Lincoln eloquently quipped,
Now you can see them.
Give them a big wave as they go by, because you don't want to you do not want them to leave us here in paradise.
Here's where 475 hit the excavator.
2 million people out of work. Jobs dried up in the cities. Would-be laborers were on their leave. Off these mainline tracks by the Lemon Place picnic was an encampment that drifters called the Jungle, or a hobo camp. The ground was their bedstead. They would gather at the camps in hot fruit cars, migrating the countryside for whatever odd jobs they could find. They had their own set of rules and used a symbolic code to give directions or warnings for those in the brotherhood. You can still find them today, some 20,000 around the country. It's a hand-to-mouth way of life that's just as risky as your breadline days, especially on the trains. If you're caught, you're not going to be welcome. 21 working farms along this route, many of them owned by Amish families. Wouldn't be surprised if you saw more than one horse-drawn buggy on your way to visit our railroad today. There's about 32,000 Amish people in the eastern half of this region. Their German and Swiss ancestors immigrated to Pennsylvania as early as the 18th century, and they devoutly practice a separate life. Pennsylvania Dutch country is the fertile farmland of plain people, including faith and hard work, limited reliance on modern conveniences. The average Amish farm is about 80 acres in size. They raise dairy cattle and provide produce of corn, wheat, rye, soybean, barley, the famous Lancaster County broadleaf tobacco. But don't think they stop farming. There are more than 2,000 Amish-owned businesses in this area, many earning their income from carpentry, painting, plumbing, and masonry. But no matter the profession, home is the center of all Amish life and events. Even church services, which can have as many as 200 people, are held inside Amish homes. We do get a lot of questions about our peaceful, hardworking neighbors. Believe me, they are integral to the heritage and vitality of our community. And though they live a separate lifestyle, they are very much involved in the local economy and public functions.
$4.75.
Closing in on our return to Strasburg, I would encourage you to take a good look outside, because that's a view one-stop short of heaven. Today you've traveled through 2,500 acres of beautiful Lancaster County farmland. We're known as the garden spot because of our naturally rich soil and remain the most productive, non-irrigating farm community in the United States. There's also a fair share of livestock on these farms, as I'm sure you can now hear. Each year, our farmers produce chicken for 3.6 million people, eggs for 9 million people, and milk for 10.6 million. Anyone want to take a guess as to how many cows are raised on the average dairy farm? If you guessed less than 40, you're a bit low. An average Lancaster dairy farm has 65 cows and uses up to 1 million gallons of water. These rich pastures are very important to all of us. Lancaster County maintains one of the best farmland preservation programs in the United States. There are about 80,000 acres of these hardy green belts protected, and we're proud to do our part by supporting the Lancaster Farmland Trust. We want the next generation to enjoy these sights and sounds, just as we hope you have today.
Reminder about safety, please wait until the 611 has come to a complete stop before leaving your seat. Please watch your step and leave on the station side only. Well, 611 is going to pass by on the parking lot side of the train. Please do not attempt to cross the tracks until a locomotive has passed. Do take the time to visit the shops that we have here on Strasburg property and have a safe journey home.
Well, folks, this is our last stop for this train, East Strasburg Station. We hope you enjoy this journey on America's oldest short line. Be sure to take some time to talk with our railroad staff. Our conductors, engineers, and redcaps are always happy to share their expertise and answer your questions. And before you leave us today, I'd recommend paying a visit to our gift shops and cafe. On behalf of all of us here at Strasburg, we thank you for taking the time to visit and share our love of old-time railroading in beautiful Lancaster County.
Does anyone really know the real reason why she stopped besides Strasburg? This man?
Traffic gates.
Oh, it's already here. I'm gonna put
of them, actually. Come on. Come on. Come on!